Welcome to my channel, Winki IT Consulting. My name is John Bimi. And in today's video, we are going to help you prepare for your next Scrum Master interview by giving you tips on how you can be the best candidate or a standard candidate in your next interview. So if you are looking forward to preparing for your next Scrum Master interview, this is a video for you. Keep watching. So today in our maiden edition of the Winki IT Consulting, we have a guest and is a senior Scrum Master here in the name of Anna Mbengam. She's an Agile practitioner. She's very knowledgeable, and I can call her a motivator, a coach, a facilitator. She's also experienced in scaled agile frameworks, Scrum, and has a 5 year plus experience in the agile space. And to crown it all, she's also an author. She has written some agile material, which is very helpful, and I recommend you check that. I will link that below. Leading a new Scrum team, that's stuff you need to check out for. And she's also a U.S. military veteran. Thank you for your service, and thanks for sacrificing time to grace our channel today. And welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it, John, for being the first guest and having the first invite into your show. Is this a show or into your interview sessions?
Yeah, right. Yeah, we can call it anything. The essence is to help people out there who are preparing for their interview sessions. So thank you, Anna. So I think we jump straight, like I mentioned. It's we are simulating an interview session here, where you sitting out there, if you are preparing for your interview, you can gain inspiration from listening to Anna, and it can help you. Today we will just have to look at one more question where we'll have to talk conflicts, because definitely
Hmm.
the Scrum framework or Agile is also all about focusing on people and people's interactions. So, yeah, in your past experiences, have you dealt with team conflicts or maybe individual conflicts among team members? How did you go about this, and how can someone who is preparing for this question think through, and how can they shape an answer that can really keep them comfortable and keep them in contention?
Great. What is conflict? Let's talk about what conflict is.
Yeah,
Conflict is essentially an opposing force
yeah,
that are not agreeing on something, a thing, a person, or whatever it is, right? You have disagreement, disalignment in whatever you think X should be, or just this personality conflict, right? So the
right,
way somebody talks, you don't like them, you don't get along with them, you don't want to see them. There's work conflict where it's how the person is doing their work, or you're not. There's also personality conflict, which I would say they're introverts and there's extroverts. The
mhm,
introverts don't want to be talked to. The extrovert want to say everything, right? Like they want to, like that can be some type of conflict you can get on the team. Now, there's idea exchange conflict, right? Where you're not okay with what somebody said and you feel personal about it. And so you one, avoid them, or two, you address them. And how you address it can take them left or it can take them right, right? But essentially, it's a space where somebody or something is not aligned, like they're not aligned with whatever the resolution is, right? So that's what is, I guess, it's making sense to me. I hope it is to you guys. Um, have I dealt with conflict? Yes. I've dealt with personality conflict. I've dealt with team member conflict. I'll just talk about team member conflict
right,
because that's the easiest.
yeah,
When it comes to team member conflict, it's really important for us to be objective in whatever either ways either party discuss. And for you, it's easier for you to, it's better to just ask questions, clarifying questions. But the questions you want to get into is to focus on what it, what would the final state look like if we all work together?
Mhm.
right? So you can
Right.
get people to understand, is this something you can deal with or is this something that you cannot deal with, right? There's certain conflicts that people want to just leave the team, don't want to deal with it anymore. Or the conflict where they're like, okay, well, I'm just gonna come and do whatever I can, right? So in the past, how I've dealt with it is I've addressed it. If it's something that is particularly, I know it's impacting the team or it's it's happened to the team, and most of those conflict will cause tension with the team and the team members that are on there because nobody wants to be the bad guy to say
Yeah.
something, and everybody is working on eggshell. So you being the Scrum Master, it's just so important for you to be able to jump in and support, set up time with them, understand what the situation is, ask them what would be the best way for us to move forward, both of them, suggest. I would say don't even get involved in being the one to be in the middle of, oh, I want to mediate, right? Hear their points and ask, um, what would it look like if you were to set time and just talk through this with this person, right? Most of the time, it's like, I don't know, I don't want to talk to them. It's like, okay, would you like me to help in the process of it, right? So you're trying to offer solutions for them and allowing them with their level of comfortability to let them decide what works with them. Most of the time, they're like, "Yeah, sure. If you can be there and let's talk through it." It's easy, right? Sometimes cultural conflict where somebody in America is like, "Hell no, I'm not doing that," or somebody you're working with internationally says something, and then the person how they respond in the U.S. I
Yeah.
have experienced that. Um, and it's always misunderstanding of language, right?
Right. Right
There's somebody
on.
on my team, yeah, there's somebody on my team, for example, who it happened right in front of me. You know how we normally use this word, um, what is it word the word you always use, like the word you always use, like right?
Yeah.
But for this
Yeah.
particular person, it's like um their word is look, look,
Hmm.
look.
Hmm. Hmm.
So this person in the States was like, I'm looking, what are you what are you they got frustrated because they can't hear like the look word. So they got frustrated, was like, what are you talking about? I'm looking. And so I was like,
Right.
okay, let's calm down. I think if I'm hearing this correctly, look is a support word for them, for a filler for them. Just
Yeah.
like, see is for them, right? And then I said to the person, I said, am I correct, or was that intended in a different way? And then they're like, yeah, no, that's what it was. Then the person that this was like, oh, okay. And then it was a laugh. And that was the end of that, right? But
Cultural
imagine
differences. Yeah.
somebody, right? Imagine, right? And somebody's like, "Oh, but why are you talking to me like this?" Right? It
Right.
would have just become, it would have went left, and a conversation that would have then went left. It just was in the moment for like, oh, I think if I'm understanding it correctly, this is the filler word. Just
Right.
like if you were using something else that we like, type of deal, right? So,
Right. Right.
um, yeah,
Yeah, great. In that scenario, it's just like a very simple thing can actually degenerate into
escalate something
escalate,
bigger.
and we just the team atmosphere will really go south, and it would the ripple effect will really be massive.
Mhm.
So I can thank you massive.
Mhm.
So I can thank you enough, Anna. It's been a great time talking to you, getting more
Mhm.
insights, and I hope that anybody listening out there has really learned from this. And please, if you've really had value from this, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and to share because it motivates us to create more content like this. So thank you so much for your time once more, Anna. I appreciate it, and I hope you'll come around again to just continue to give your input when your time permits. Thanks very
Sure.
much.
No, thank you. I appreciate you and reaching out, and I'm happy to have helped. So I hope whatever I shared today is helpful to you or somebody. This is not the way, this is just the way, right? A
Right,
way.
right. Oh wait.
So just wanted to call that out as, yeah, it's that's that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and have a great time.
You too.